The Real Housewives of Potomac recap, Bonjour. The episode opens with the typical glimpses into the lives of the housewives. Karen's opening image is her drinking champagne alone in her mansion. That becomes particularly poignant when the issue of Karen's residency comes into question. Does she take an Uber in the morning to this rented house, take 2 champagne glasses out of an empty cabinet, pour herself a drink, and then take an Uber back to her townhouse? Every detail about Karen's life, real or rumored, just makes her more fascinating. I would watch a play of her life performed by Oprah or Phylicia Rashad. I think the two of them are capable of the gravitas and delusion required to capture a character like Karen Huger. Giselle heads to lunch with her mom and her daughters. When she sends her daughters to the bathroom, she finally spills to her mother that she's split from Sherman. How long have they been broken up? It feels like we've been talking about this breakup all season. How long has Giselle been hiding the breakup? Her mother tells her if you don't mesh, you just don't mesh. That sounds like typical mom non-advice. Giselle's kids come back from the bathroom before Giselle can change the conversation, and she has to tell her kids that she's going in a separate direction from Sherman. Her daughter asks, so you broke up? From the mouths of babes, yeah all. She says she doesn't want her kids to feel any more disappointment, and maybe there might be a void that she can't fill. Monique is at home getting ready for her trip and teaching her brother how to dress and anoint her children with oils. Monique anoints her children with no less than 3 types of oils multiple times a day. She is covering a 2-year-old's head with geranium oil and a mental clarity blend. Then she tells a story where she claims to have cured her son's sinus infection with essential oils. So, Bravo is really letting this lady get up on TV and advertise her website where she completely distrusts medicine and claims you can replace antibiotics with peppermint. We need some disclaimers on this woman's idiocy. Ashley calls Robin while she's packing and they talk about her performance at Open Mic Night. Michael was frozen in terror. The pictures from that night capture a panic-stricken expression. That's not exactly the reaction you want from your husband, especially if he never follows it up with some kind words. I guess Michael just got in their car and drove them home in silence. The ladies all arrive at the airport and Robin is the last to arrive. Everything about Robin's timing is suspicious. She's late to the airport. She's like an hour late to the trip after they arrive. Does time and space operate differently around Robin? Besides Robin's late arrival, every relationship is about to be tested on this trip. Karen doesn't trust Gilles nor the French language. Monique and Charis decide to upgrade themselves and that causes Gilles to get upset. It's only a matter of time before Candace chooses the wrong $18 snack box and sends Ashley into a fury. While in first class, Monique and Charis talk about the challenges of being a coach's wife. It's such a specific category that I'm glad they have each other. I'm also not sure there's a set of stereotypes and external expectations on coaches' wives. Monique explains for the first time in the episode that she got into a huge fight with Chris because she's stepping out more and doing things for herself and he has a problem with it. He's upset for the same reasons Drake is in Hotline Bling. That's not a good sign. That's like the reddest of flags. It comes up again later when she says that Chris always starts a fight on her birthday because her birthday is all about her and he can't handle that. Run. Run quickly. That story is so textbook controlling behavior that it sounds like it's a plotline from a Tyler Perry film called Tyler Perry's I Can Be the Coach's Wife All by Myself, Confessions of Sadness. Once they all reach Cannes, Monique has arranged a helicopter to take them from the nice airport and everyone gets their own room. Monique decides to upgrade either Robin or Gilles into a suite as a peace offering. Instead of doing it quietly, she tells both of them that they have to decide which one she's going to upgrade. She breaks a pool cue in half and tosses it between them. Gilles comes out with blood on her hands and the suite. They all head to their rooms to FaceTime their spouses and primp for their room service dinner in Monique's room. Everyone arrives in their finest outfits and Charis is wearing a bathrobe over her clothes. They take some boomerangs on the balcony and teach Karen to twerk. Monique tells them that they're going to an essential oils distillery and a perfumery in Grasse. The essential oils trip sounds like nonsense, but a perfumery and grass does sound like some luxurious fun. Giles asks Karen if she's excited because she's got a fragrance on the way. Karen tries to deflect by asking about every Hue beauty. Every Hue Beauty is a real business where Karen's fragrance is a fiction with top notes of delusion. Ashley reveals that Matt has been getting drunk in gay bars in the greater DC area and spilling that Karen isn't living in her mansion. Karen reacts. Karen lie. Cheris keeps whispering that Karen has a townhouse. Karen says in her interview, "I know where I live. Keep hypothesizing, wench." Monique opens up about her fight with Chris, and Giles offers her a dose of reality. Chris isn't going to change and Monique better get used to it or get out. Monique is warming up to Giles in her mama hen ways when Candace opens her dumb mouth and tries to relate to Monique by telling everyone that since she is a pageant title holder and a star, Chris gets jealous. He called her a princess and that's simply not true. Ma'am. You can't tell a story about your getting into a fight with your fiancé while he's holding your purse and you called off the engagement in a huff and expect everyone's sympathy. Especially if part of the story is reminding everyone of your influence and the titles you hold. The next day, it's time for the trip to the distillery and grass when Robin is late again. Does Robin think she holds the time turner and can take as much time as she needs? Everyone is wearing stripes or gingham to be more French. Karen is wearing some Mall Walker sneakers. Giles says she's going to wait for Robin to come down and meet them in grass. Everyone else is offended at the thought. Everyone thinks she doesn't want to go on the trip, but she just wants to wait for Robin. She also wants to insinuate that Karen is trying to avoid going on the trip. Giles also drops the bomb that Ray wants to fuck her business partner at every Hue Beauty. The episode ends with Giles screaming Ray wants to lick Erica Lyles up and down in the middle of a Cannes hotel lobby.